What is going on, guys? It's Jay Hoyt back with you today. I am bringing you a video from Hockey Ultimate Team where it is a very good game. I think it starts out kind of rough, but then it finishes quite in my favor. I know that probably ruined the video, spoiler alert, but either way, I am here. Now, what I wanted to talk about was the playoffs. Yes, Allen Iverson, I am talking about the playoffs and what teams really need to do in order to make that last playoff push, or whatever you want to call it, to get into the playoffs if you're not in already. Now, Edmonton, and I believe I saw there was one other team, I don't remember the name. It was either like Carolina or Buffalo, I know, already eliminated from the playoff contention. No chance. They have like less than 50 points each, I know. But right now I'm actually doing be a GM on NHL 15 with the Edmonton Oilers. Now, I do things a lot differently than other people on Be a GMs. A lot of people just try to build up their team from that same team and go about doing their own business with prospects and just worry about the first round picks, second round picks. Now, what I do is look for the even, like, yes, you have your first round picks. They're really good, but what you really need to focus on is those depth guys. Now, when I say that, there's a lot of teams that are actually really good about this in real life in drafts, like the Ottawa Senators. There's a couple of different teams. I don't remember their exactly who, but they really do good at drafting those later draft picks in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and even 7th rounds to get those good draft picks. Now, when you do that, it really creates depth in your organization as far as getting those players into either your AHL team, staying them in juniors if they're ready for the NHL. Bring them in; they'll do well for you. Now, I don't have a lot of good examples right off the hand or right out of my hand, but once you get those good prospects in, you'll be fine. Now, what was funny about the play you just watched was Jack Johnson was actually hit from behind, no penalty, and then I come down and absolutely clobber somebody and then score a really, really stupid goal afterwards. Now, if that's not game-breaking, I don't know what is. Now, I've been having a lot of these recently, but, you know, I can't really deal with them all the time. But back to my original topic, I'll try not to get too sidetracked here. But in this time of year, when the playoffs are right around the corner, and you have a bunch of veterans that are usually supposed to excel in the playoffs, you're supposed to provide that leadership and all that good stuff the veterans bring, your captains, your leadership group, or groups I should say, no matter if you're 20 or if you're 35, you should be able to pull off some pretty good play in the playoffs. That's why you're up in the NHL. That's why you're doing all good. But sometimes veterans can hurt you more than help you. Now, it's becoming a game. Hockey's becoming a game where it's becoming a lot faster. Now, that's why you also see a lot. I don't want to say a lot less fighting, but a lot less like strictly enforcers. Guys like Chris Neal, Colton Orr, Fraser McLaren, John Scott. Those guys, all they do is basically just go out there and fight. Now, if you look at guys like Milan Lucic or who else is a good power forward, I don't know, guys like Rick Nash, they're just big and can put up some big numbers, then that'd be one thing. But if you just have like a strict enforcer like a Chris Neal or a Fraser McLaren or a John Scott or whoever, that just all they do is go out there and fight or do whatever to your team. But honestly, they are not worth a roster spot, in my opinion. Now, as I say that, some of them are going down to the AHL and just playing down there for depth guys. Now, I understand if you just want to play in the AHL, if you're good enough, whatever. But if you're just a strict enforcer, then I'm not really sure what you're doing. But it's become the day and age of a lot faster play and a lot more goal scoring and a lot less fighting and a lot less stupid crap. Now, as you guys saw, I did win this game, so it was a great comeback by me. But anyway, guys, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, do a lot of stuff. Follow me on Twitter. It'll be down in the description below.